On the 10th of May 2006, not one but two very special babies were born in the country. And every year since, even in their absence, a small group of people has met to celebrate the joy and hope those two babies brought. The twins, unnamed and unknown to the public, were the very first Kenyan test tube babies, fulfilling a couple's longing to hold their babies in their arms. They opened the doors for others to try too.
But for my case, I only had 6 days.
Lilian Ogutu loves being a mother. It fulfills her. She had no trouble conceiving her firstborn at the age of 25, but when she and her husband wanted a second baby 10 years after the first, complications set in.
He never used to work in the country, so when he came back and joined me back here, the first thing we thought of was baby number 2. And at that time we tried for 1 year, almost more than 1 year, and it was not happening.
Anxious to get pregnant, Lilian visited a gynecologist. The diagnosis was grim. She had blocked fallopian tubes.
I cried and felt like my relationship with this guy was over. Because knowing the African man and the African setup, I mean, if you can't bear children, then you have no business with each other.
This is, let's just call it a medical condition. So we should forget our Africanness, and it's a medical condition like any other, but that there is a cure these days.
With her husband's encouragement, Lilian sought help. She had two options, either to have surgery to unblock her tubes or to undergo in vitro fertilization. She chose IVF.
Both of them were surgeries and both of them were going to cost more or less the same. But for him, IVF had more success rate. So he advised if we could go the IVF way.
And a few months later, she was pregnant, giving birth to a little girl who is now 5 years old. Theirs was a success story of IVF in Kenya. In vitro fertilization is a process where eggs are extracted from the woman's ovaries while sperms are retrieved from the male partner. The eggs and sperms are then manually combined in a laboratory and the embryos are transferred to the uterus. It is a source of hope for couples grappling with infertility. The main cause of infertility is the blockage of the fallopian tubes.
Tubal blockage contributes to about 70% of the causes of infertility in Kenya. And tubal blockage is a problem that comes because of the unfortunate event of infections in women at certain times of their life. And most of them do not appreciate that they have a medical problem. They take long before they can go for treatment.
Other factors include growth such as fibroids and trouble ovulating. Men may also have problems which cause them to suffer infertility. Different causes require different treatments, with IVF the last resort for many.
To date, I can tell you we have treated well over 5,000 couples, of whom we can count on about 2,000 babies born to date.
The treatment, however, isn't cheap. One cycle of IVF can cost a minimum of 450,000 shillings, and every time it fails, a couple must raise the funds to start afresh, some even taking loans. However, technological advancements mean the chances of success are higher, with couples even able to select the sex of their child. While attitudes have changed through the years, couples who've undergone IVF still prefer to remain mum. Even with IVF, some, however, never succeed. Many Kenyans, however, keep trying. The first two IVF babies born 12 years ago, helping them to keep hope alive. Wilkisanyabwa, Citizen TV.